Mexico State Championship Tournament playoff game. This is round one from Anaya Field here in Taos. The Taos Tigers taking on the Tigers of Hot Springs out of Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. It's the start of the second quarter. Both teams flipping ends of the field here. It is 7-0 Taos to start the second quarter. This is the third possession of the game for Hot Springs. They've had a field goal attempt go awry where the snap went over their head and they've had to punt. They now have a 3rd down and 4 from their own 37-yard line. They're now going left to right across your radio dial. Ball spot on the right-hand hash mark. They send one man wide to the left. They have wings on each side of the tight ends. One man in the backfield. Now a man goes in motion to the left. They're going to hand off to the fullback right at the middle. Taos stacks him up right at the line of scrimmage and pushes him backwards. Terrific defensive line play by Taos. Ramon Marmal in there. Joaquin Medina in there. Number 80, Larry Martinez, getting up off the bottom of that pile. That will be no gain on that handoff right up the middle. We'll bring up 4th down. Well, they give him maybe a yard on that play. It's going to be 4th down and 3. Hot Springs immediately comes out in punt formation. They are in their own end of the field at their own 38-yard line. Their punt formation has their quarterback in very close to the center, maybe just off to the side. Nobody back deep in protection, but there is a punter back there. Odd formation. They do snap the ball deep. Here comes Taos again, and this time they get a better kickoff. It's end over end, but again, short, bounces at 35. Takes a Taos bounce and rolls to the 39-yard line. It will stay in Taos field, but it will be a very good starting point for Taos. Their own 39, close to their own 40-yard line. Taos will take over again. They went for it on 4th down in Hot Springs territory on their first possession and did not make it. So they turned the ball over on downs, and then on their next possession, a 47-yard touchdown run by Isaac and Gonzalez to get Taos on the scoreboard first. This will be their 3rd possession of the game. The first for them going right to left across your radio dial here in the second quarter. The flag stiff as there is a hard wind coming out of the north, although there is sunshine out right now here at the stadium. Taos shows up in spread formation, 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left, shotgun for the quarterback. Now Lorenzo Rayal going in motion to the right, 3 on the right-hand side. Here's the snap and shotgun. McCarty wants to throw. Now he fires the ball. Lorenzo Rayal's got it for a 1st down, past the 50, stutters to the 45, gets to the 40-yard line and be shoved out of bounds between the 40 and the 35 on the far sideline. Lorenzo Rayal had set up wide to the left, came in motion to go over to the right-hand side, and they threw a swing pass out to him, complete for a big 1st down. They're going to mark him at the 36-yard line in Hot Springs territory on the right-hand hash mark.
10 Taos at the Hot Springs 36-yard line.
Taos comes to the line of scrimmage, I formation, 1 man split to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback is under center, 1st and 10. They're going to hand off to Isaac Gonzalez right at the middle. He gets hit in the backfield. He's going to try to push forward and not get there as he gets pushed backwards. They might give him forward progress to the original line of scrimmage, although that would be generous.
It'll be 2nd and 12.
It will be a loss of more than a yard and a half. It will be 2nd down and 12. The ball almost back to the to the Hot Springs 38-yard line. Taos comes back to the line of scrimmage. Their standard formation, 1 man split on each side. I formation behind the quarterback. Quick snap, handoff right at the middle. That's Lorenzo Rayal. He's going to push the pile forward close to the 30-yard line. That's big yardage. He's going to get about 7 or 8 yards on a handoff right up the middle. They're going to spot him all the way to the 29-yard line. Terrific hard run by Lorenzo Rayal of the fullback position. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for Taos. Taos breaks their huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 3 from the Hot Springs 29-yard line. 3 men split to the left, 1 to the right, shotgun for Taos, 1 man behind the quarterback. Here's the snap, straight drawback, wants to throw. It's a flare pass to Isaac Gonzalez. He's got it at the 30, he's to the 25, going to the sideline to the 20, stays in bounds all the way to the 15-yard line. A 1st down and more for Taos, throwing the ball out of the spread formation. Remember, Isaac took the ball out of a handoff out of the spread formation for a 47-yard touchdown run on the last possession. This time, quarterback Kevin McCarty straight drop back out of shotgun, and the 1 man back with him, Isaac Gonzalez, flared out to the left, and they just swung the ball out to him. He had an open field. It was 3rd down and 3, but he gets all the way to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Taos. Everybody in tight. 2 tight ends, 2 fullbacks. It's a pitch to Isaac going to the right to the wide side of the field. He escapes the tackle. One man gets inside the 10, driving his way to the 5, inside the 5. Hard running by Isaac Gonzalez. He had a little bit of a hole. He got through it and kept driving, even though they got his hands on him. He kept driving for a first down yardage all the way inside the 2-yard line. First and goal, Taos from the 2-yard line. Taos breaks their huddle, coming to the line of scrimmage. 9 minutes, 27 seconds, and ticking here in the second quarter. Everybody in tight again. Quarterback sneak over the left-hand side. Kevin McCarty dives in the end zone. Touchdown! Quarterback sneak from the 2-yard line. Touchdown, Taos! 9 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. Taos now with a second touchdown on the game. It is 13-0 over Hot Springs with the extra point kick attempt from David Ayala pending.
David Ayala tipped up the point after. Holding of the number 12, Mateo Sandoval.
Chop block against Hot Springs. So a bad block by Hot Springs. This one will come back. They got a little bit of a gain there on the left-hand side. They ran the option there out of the spread formation. Taos got in the backfield, forced the quarterback to pitch quickly, but this one's going to come back after a bad block by Hot Springs. The officials now marching the ball backwards. The original line of scrimmage was the 33-yard line. They're backing up all the way inside the 20, all the way to the 18-yard line.
About the 18-yard line.
It'll remain second down, but it'll be second down and very long for Hot Springs. They've got to make it all the way up to the 43-yard line for a first down.
Second and 25. Second and 25. Second and 25 for
Hot Springs Nest now breaking their huddle, coming to the line of scrimmage. They're going to send 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. The quarterback's going under center, 1 man behind him. Second down and 25 for Hot Springs. Handoff right up the middle. He's going to get stacked up at the line of scrimmage and pushed backwards. That didn't fool anybody. They spread everybody out. There was 1 man in the backfield. It was just a simple handoff right up the middle, and nobody in the Taos defense was fooled. Number 2, Marshall Cummings at the bottom of the pile, as well as number 74,
and Joaquin Medina,
Abdiel Galindo. Ramon Marmol also on the ground for that one. He's coming out of the game, swapping out right now with number 75, Reyes Vizarraga. Changing personnel a little bit. Third down and 25. Long huddle for Hot Springs here. 2 men split on each side of the field again. Quarterback is in shotgun this time. 1 man right behind him. Taos shows blitz, now backs out of it. Hot Springs changing the play, and they're going to take a timeout. That's a Hot Springs timeout as they saw Taos show up for the blitz. They will take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break here as well. Taos up 14-0 in the second quarter on your new home for Taos Tiger football, 95.9 The Mountain.
See our website at wgtaos.com or come visit us next to Sis or see our ad in names and numbers.
Don't forget at halftime.
Welcome back to your new home for Taos Tiger football. It's 95.9 The Mountain. 7 minutes, 50 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first half. The Taos Tigers up 14-0 over the Tigers from Hot Springs High School out of Truth or Consequences. Timeout was taken on offense by Tier C. They've got 2 men split wide to the left now. Quarterback's in shotgun formation with 1 man behind him. It's third down and 25 in their own territory at their own 18-yard line. Here's the snap, and the quarterback drops the shotgun snap. He's trying to pick it up now. He's going to have to fall on it inside the 5-yard line. Again, wet field, wet ball, a simple shotgun snap there, mishandled by the quarterback. It bounced around at his feet. He was trying to pick it up, but it ended up forcing the ball to roll further backwards. He finally just falls on it, which is probably wise just to keep it from being an even worse play. But he falls on the 4-yard line where it'll be fourth down now. Their punter standing at the back of the end zone. They got to get to the 43 for a first down. Definite punt situation here for Hot Springs. Taos has been close to the punter a couple times already. already today. Let's see if they bring everybody with the punter in the end zone. Not showing blitz necessary. Now Lorenzo scoots up. It's a high snap. He gets the punt away. It's an end-over-end kick. It's not going to go very far. It goes way out of bounds, short of the 25-yard line. Oh, my goodness, the referee's going to score this one. It's at the 14-yard line where it goes out of bounds. A punt that only goes to the 14-yard line. Taos will have it 1st and 10 inside the red zone for Hot Springs after a terrible kick out of their end zone. I think he knew Taos had been getting close, tried to hurry that kick, kicked it away from where Lorenzo Rael was coming in off the left-hand side of the defense, so he kicked it over to the right-hand side, to his left-hand side, goes out of bounds inside the 15. Taos takes over 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line with 7 minutes and 1 second on the clock here in the first half. Taos to the line of scrimmage from the sideline. No huddle here. 2 men split to the right on the short side of the field. 1 man split wide to the left, I formation. Kevin McCarty under quarterback. He wants to throw the ball. He throws the ball quickly. He's got a man open in the end zone. Oh, in and out of the hands. Devin Ortega standing, waiting on the ball to get there, and it goes right through his hands. They lobbed it to him. He was wide open. The ball was thrown right there. He was standing still waiting for it. That ball may have been too easy to catch. If there is such a thing, it's too easy, as he waited for it and tried to cradle it as it came into him, but it goes through his hands, incomplete. That was a sure touchdown, but it goes as an incomplete pass. That's twice today, not used to a day game, that passes that look like sure touchdowns have been dropped. Spread formation for Taos, but they're going to hand off. No, it's a quarterback keeper right up the middle. He gets to the 10, to the 5. McCarty's going to run into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown Taos on a quarterback keeper. They faked the ball out of spread formation. They faked it to Isaac Gonzalez. The defense watched Isaac, and Kevin McCarty kept the ball, ran off the right-hand side for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown run for quarterback Kevin McCarty.
Now score. David Ayala to attempt the point after.
Extra point kick attempt by David Ayala. Here it comes. That kick is very low line drive, but it's good. It's between the uprights, and Taos extends its lead here in the first half. Taos Tigers 21, Hot Springs 0. We'll be right back on your new home for Taos Tiger football, 95.9 The Mountain.
New Mexico Center for Cosmetic Dentistry offers exceptional dentistry with a variety of services to accommodate your needs for a relaxing dental experience. The touch of Taos throughout the office will make you feel right at home. Dr. Kelly Harris and her team offer state-of-the-art services. We also have root-canal specialists who come to the office so you don't have to leave town. Dr. Harris also provides mercury-free fixings. We wish the Taos Tigers the best season ever. Beautiful smiles start at Northern New Mexico Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, right here in Taos.
Welcome back to your new home for Taos Tiger football. It's 95.9 The Mountain. 6 minutes, 53 seconds left to play here in the first half. It is Taos 21, Hot Springs 0. Taos sets its kickoff, going right to left here in the second quarter after that 14-yard touchdown run by quarterback Kevin McCarty. That was a designed run. Got a different player kicking off. We have Larry Martinez set to kick off here. It's a low bouncing kick, bounces over the head of the upman, still on the ground. Now it gets taken at the 20-yard line. That's an up back trying to take it, not their normal return man. Taos will tackle him after a very short gain. He won't get back to the 30-yard line, so not sure what happened there with David Ayala not doing the kickoff duties there. Larry Martinez kicking there, and he had the ball laying flat on the tee. You knew something was coming there, and when he kicked it, it's almost like an onside kick. Just hit the ball on the ground, and it bounced all crazy all over the place until one of their upmen caught it and brought it back to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Hot Springs. They're down 21 here in the first half. They'll split one man way wide to the left. Now they're back to their quarterback under center, wings on each side, their standard formation that they started the game with. One man in the backfield, now a man in motion. Quarterback keeps it off to the left. He's got a little bit of room. Then he tries to get back to the middle, and that's a mistake.
Dan Welty on the carry.
He'll get taken down. He gets past the 30-yard line to about the 31-yard line. He kept that ball and ran to the left side, and then for some reason turned it back up towards the middle where the bulk of the Taos defense was, maybe trying to go against the grain there, but that didn't work, and he got tackled immediately after he made that cutback.
32-yard line, gain of 5 on the play.
They'll spot this one officially between the 31 and the 32-yard line, so they'll give him 5 yards on that run and bring up 2nd down and 5. Back to the line of scrimmage for Hot Springs. They'll send one man wide to the right, wings on each side of the tight ends again. One man in the backfield. Their quarterback's under center. Now a man in motion to the right. They'll hand off to the fullback right up the middle, and he's wrapped up immediately and taken down. Number 74 for Taos, Abdiel Galindo. He's in there with Joaquin Medina, the two of them. Also, Marshall Cummings getting up off the bottom of that pile.
It's a loss. Well, no gain on the play.
They'll give him forward progress just about the line of scrimmage. Loss of about a half yard. We'll call it 3rd down and 6 now for Hot Springs. 5 minutes, 40 seconds and ticking here for Hot Springs. This is their 5th offensive possession. They turned the ball over on downs, and they've had 3 punts so far. Now they go 2 wide receivers to the left, shotgun for the quarterback, 1 man on the right, 1 man in the backfield. Now a man in motion. They'll fake to him and give to the fullback. No, they give it to the man going wide to the left. I'm sorry, I was faked out. The man in motion. There was 1 man on a wing on the right-hand side. He went in motion. It looked like they faked to him, but they actually gave it to him. He got to the left side of the sideline, and he is going to have enough for a 1st down, just barely, but it will be good. 1st down for Hot Springs. Nose of the ball just about to the 38-yard line on the left-hand hash mark. Of course, that's what this offense is designed to do, is to trick people, to give a little misdirection, and that is what happened to me. 2 men split to the left, 1 wide to the right, shotgun now. Now a man coming in motion. They'll give it to him again. Taos has got him that time in the backfield and will take him down for a loss. Number 45 for Taos, Martin Bernal, coming in off that in position, was standing there and waiting for the man on the end around. That was sort of the same play again. The ball was on the left-hand hash mark. That time they put him in motion left to right, handed it to him with a head of steam going towards the wide side of the field. But that time, number 45, Martin Bernal, waiting for him as he came across, bear hugged him and took him down for a loss of 3. Ball spotted just outside the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 13 for Hot Springs. Hot Springs will send 2 men wide to the left. They also have a wing on the left-hand side. Shotgun for the quarterback with 1 man behind him. Looks like he wants to throw, and now there's a whistle and a flag on the play, just as it was snapped. 2nd down and 13. Let's see what this is about.
They call a false start.
That was just as the ball was snapped. It could be an offsides or it could be a false start. They will call offsides against Taos. It looks like someone must have lined up offsides or in the neutral zone, so when the ball was snapped, they called that dead ball. It was 2nd down and 13, so I'll get a 5 the easy way that way, and it'll bring up 2nd down now and 7.
Okay, so
It's actually going to be a little more than 7, almost 8 yards, as they have to get to just shy of their own 48 for a first, and the ball is spotted just outside the 40. Shotgun formation again, 2 men split wide to the left. Here it is, rolling to his left, wants to throw the ball and gets hit just as he threw the ball. A dive by number 80, Larry Martinez, laid out Superman style trying to catch the ball as the quarterback got hit just as he tried to throw the ball and went straight up. Martin Bernal back there. Isaac Gonzalez and Devin Ortega both back there. Just as he tried to throw that ball, he got hit, and that ball went straight up but fell harmlessly to the ground. It'll be incomplete and bring up 3rd down and 8.
no, on that one, they got the trade.
4 minutes, 17 seconds here in the first half. Taos up 21-0. 3rd down and 8 for Hot Springs at their own 40-yard line between the 40 and the 41. They break their huddle, send 2 men wide to the left, a wing on the left side. Their quarterback's in shotgun formation with 1 man back with him. Here's the snap, same play, quarterback, and now another flag as that play got started. The quarterback dropped back and rolled to his left. It looked like the same play. Taos is pointing against Hot Springs this time. Nope, they're going to call another offsides against Taos. That's 2 on this possession alone. They had it 2nd down and about 13. Now 2 offsides penalties is going to move that ball up past the 45-yard line and bring up 3rd down and short now for Hot Springs.
Nobody's coming up. I didn't even see what the hell over the ball now. That's
It's going to be a long 2 yards. 3rd down and 2 with the ball on the big orange Tiger logo in the middle of the field. Taos getting called for 2 offsides penalties, although nobody moved. It's not like we're showing blitz and getting in the neutral zone. Here comes Hot Springs, quarterback under center, 2 men to the right. Man comes in motion. They're going to give to him coming around the near side. Taos is going to stop him short of the 45-yard line. It will not be good enough for a 1st down. Terrific defensive play there. Taos getting into the backfield. Number 13, Joaquin Medina in there, stacking up the end around as he's coming towards the near sideline. Taos able to head him off before he could get back to the line of scrimmage and actually lose a little bit on that play. The backside of the ball touching the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th down and a long 3 for Hot Springs. Punt formation for Hot Springs with the ball, 4th down in their own territory. In their quarterback, he's backed up a little further this time. It's not exactly the same formation as what they've punted in before, but they do snap it to the punter. He's got plenty of time this time. Another terrible kick is going to bounce at the Taos 38 and roll around. It's a good Hot Springs roll, though, all the way back to the 30-yard line, inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Hot Springs will let it roll to a stop and down the ball there. Inside the Taos 30 to about the 28-yard line, where Taos will take over 1st and 10. They're up with 3 minutes and 4 seconds in the first half, 21-0. Of course, only one playoff game in 3A completed. That was last night, where our district compadres Robertson really put it on Portales last night, 36-0. Of course, Portales the 8th seeded team, Robertson being the 9th seeded team, so I guess technically that's an upset. But 36-0 is pretty convincing, as Robertson will advance and take on St. Michael's next week. 1st and 10 for Taos. They come to the line of scrimmage. The ball officially spotted at the 29-yard line on the right-hand hash mark. Two split to the left, I formation. They'll hand off to Isaac Gonzalez right up the middle. He gets off the right-hand side just a little bit off, right tackled, runs right up the hash mark. He'll get about 4 yards.
You know more about those phones than I do.
Taos being pretty patient with just runs up the middle. They've broken one. Isaac broke one for 47-yard line from 47 yards, but they've also had 2 pass plays, guaranteed touchdowns, that they dropped. And so, again, a wet field today with bad weather. Passing game has been there, but not able to be complete thanks to the wet ball. They'll send 3 men split to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation for the quarterback. Isaac's behind him. Straight drop back for the quarterback. Looking. Now hits Lorenzo Rael at the 41. He's got room to run to the 45, to the 50, down the sideline to the 40. He stays in bounds. He could go all the way. No flags on the field. He didn't step out. It's a touchdown for Taos. Touchdown, Taos. 66-yard touchdown reception to Lorenzo Rael. He was split wide on the left-hand side. I thought they were going to throw the flare pass to Isaac Gonzalez coming out of the backfield, but Lorenzo was open. He came to the near sideline. Looked like he got pushed out of bounds, but he kept running. It was right along the Taos sideline, shielded from us in the press box a little bit, but the officials say he stayed in bounds for the touchdown. Touchdown, Taos Tigers. David Ayala in for extra point. Kick attempt. It's another high one. They're going to have to run a fake out of this because it was a bad snap. Now they're going to throw it back to David Ayala, and he's going to get tackled. It looked like they knew what to do there as that high snap. The holder, number 12, Mateo Sandoval, had to stand up to catch that ball. He backed up and then threw a pass back across the field to the kicker. David Ayala ran to the left-hand side. That's probably their crisis situation. When something goes bad, they know what to do. They actually did that very effectively, threw the ball to David Ayala, but then he waited, hesitated just a little bit, and the defense was able to get back to him and tackle him. That'll be no good for an extra point, not officially a 2-point conversion attempt, but they didn't kick it. But either way, it's no good. With 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first half, Taos runs up the score 27-0 over Hot Springs. We're going to stay right here as they're ready to kick the ball off. I actually had a little deja vu when we had this game here at home, a day game. Back to last year, remember Hope Christian, the team that we had beat earlier in the year, came back and embarrassed Taos in the first round of the playoffs. So I think Taos was extra focused. The kids remembering that mercy rule defeat last year in the first round of the playoffs. This year not taking any chances, not letting a couple of squirrely calls in the first series get them down. Now pouring it on here in the first half, 27-0. Larry Martinez set to kick off again with the ball held all funky again, and it will be another bouncing kick. Bounces all the way to the 25. It's dribbled and picked up there, and then they're going to hit him and take him down right at the 30-yard line. Taos must have seen something in their kick return defense. They must have a speedy return man because they are electing not to kick the ball deep and let their receivers get it. They're kicking the ball almost onside style, but too hard to be an onside, and letting it bounce around back to the 20 and letting one of their up men take it. He carried up to the 31-yard line. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10 from their right-hand hash mark with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to play in the first half. Hot Springs comes to the line of scrimmage. 1 man split to the right on the short side of the field, a wing on each side of the tight ends, 1 man in the backfield, their quarterback's under center. Taos shows blitz and jumps off sides. Number 2, Marshall Cummings, took a big step, and that'll be another offsides penalty. That's the 3rd offsides penalty in the last 6 plays run by Hot Springs. So that'll scoot the ball up to the 36-yard line in Hot Springs territory and bring up 1st down and 5. It'll stay 1st down, so 1st and 5, they've got to get to the 41 in their territory for a 1st. They don't rehuddle, they're going to run the same play. Wings on each side, quarterback under center, 1 man behind him, and now offsides. It looks like the Hot Springs lineman jumped. Taos ran in as soon as they stood up, but two different players for Hot Springs stood up, and so we gave them 5. They're going to give us 5 right back. We'll be right back where we started. First down and 10. Now that the ball's back to the 31. And again, we don't have the stats on their players. They have some really big linemen, and when they jump too early, it's really easy to see. Hot Springs is going to back up and huddle up here. Now they're going to break that huddle, come back to the line of scrimmage. They'll stay in the same formation. They split a wide receiver to here on the right-hand side, the short side of the field, a wing on each side of the tight ends. Now one of those wings comes in motion and stops. They're going to fake a handoff. It's going to be the end around. He's going to get hit in the backfield and taken down for no gain. That was number 15 for them. Number 15 is Brandon Riel. He was the man split wide to the right, and then he came in motion back towards the middle of the field, and they handed off to him, and he went nowhere. Maybe the length of the ball for forward progress, and that's it. It'll bring up second down and 10 for Hot Springs. 1 minute, 55 seconds left to play here in the first half. Taos up 27-0 so far. Hot Springs now breaking their huddle, coming to the line of scrimmage. They'll send one man wide to the left, the wide side of the field as the ball's on the right-hand hash mark. 2 men in the backfield, one wing on the right-hand side. They're going to pitch going to the left side out of that different formation. He's got a little bit of room to run. Jonathan Cordova strings it out. He's going to gain about 5 yards and get taken down there. Michael Landgraf making that tackle. Jonathan Cordova was the corner and kept that runner from going all the way to the sideline. He's still going to gain about 7 yards on that play. It'll be, or maybe 6 yards. 3rd down and 4 for Hot Springs as the ball spotted at their almost to their 38-yard line. That was a different formation for them. Their wing on the left-hand side backed up into the backfield, and the quarterback just turned around and pitched it to him, trying to get him to the outside. Shotgun for them now with 2 on the right side. Now a man comes in motion. They'll hand off to him coming to the wide side of the field, trying to get to the outside. Taos stringing it out. It looks like he may have enough for the first down as he does get to the sideline. That time he wasn't running north-south, as they say. He was running straight towards the sideline. He needed about 4 yards, and that's what he will get. So he was in motion coming from the left-hand side. They handed it to him when he was full speed running, and he ran straight towards the sideline, so Taos couldn't catch up with him until he got there, so he gained just enough for a first down. The ball spotted at the 44-yard line, still in Hot Springs territory. They're back to the line of scrimmage, sending one man wide to the left. They'll have 3 in the backfield this time. 3 men side by side with the quarterback under center. They'll pitch to the left-hand side. Taos is in the backfield, stopping for a big loss. The ball comes out, the ball's on the ground, and Taos will recover. They hit him in the backfield, drove him back to the 30-yard line. The ball comes out, and Taos recovers. There is an official, though. I think that they're going to call this forward progress. Coach Lopez is hot on the sideline. That ball was recovered all the way back at the 26-yard line. The officials are going to bring the ball all the way up to the 37-yard line and give it back to Hot Springs.
So 7 will play. 2nd and 17.
That's another very questionable call by this officiating crew. It was a pitch to a man in the backfield, and as soon as he grabbed the ball, Taos was right there, wrapped him up and knocked him backwards. Another man hit him. The ball got knocked out, rolled backwards all the way past the 30-yard line, close to the 25-yard line. Taos recovered that ball, but the officials saying soon as that player got hit initially, they're going to call him down there. Hot Springs is going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 22 seconds left in the first half. It's 27-0 Taos on your new home for Taos Tiger football, 95.9 The Mountain.
and they support our Taos Tigers. Thanks, Diamond Finish Construction, and go Tigers.
Welcome back to the new home for Taos Tiger football. That's a timeout taken by Hot Springs here. 22 seconds left to play in the first half. Your Taos Tigers up over the Tigers from Hot Springs. Truth or Consequences, 27-0. It's second down and about 17 back at their own 38-yard line.
2nd and 17 for Hot Springs at their own 37.
Hot Springs sends 3 men wide to the right, 2 to the left, spread formation, quarterback's in shotgun formation, nobody back with him. He's going to be quarterback drawn, he's going to get hit and knocked backwards immediately. Oh, that play didn't work at all. They were going to try a little trick play, spread everybody out. The quarterback in shotgun formation, he tucked the ball and decided to run with it as soon as he got the snap, and half of the Taos defense was in the back.